Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, to the world beyond worlds, the world of magic and miracles. Welcome. Well, every week, every day, we continue to accelerate and we just keep traveling faster and faster. It becomes easier and easier to experience the brilliance of this life, the brilliance of our gifts, the brilliance of magic and miracles, as it just keeps happening and growing and building. Yesterday was an especially brilliant day, as Simeon declared it, the day of universal peace. In two other words, I'll just say harmony and growth. I know there was another one, but it was an amazing day. It still is an amazing day. It's still with us. The vibrations of this are so strong. And once again, as I experience so many times as Simeon delivers these incredible messages, it was so familiar, because in just the couple of days before the broadcast over this weekend, I had the most incredible experiences that he spoke about yesterday. Sometimes putting them into words seems to reduce the experience. I can try. It's the interesting thing about words, because we're moving so fast. Our existing vocabulary here is having a hard time keeping up. It becomes indescribable what's happening. Therefore, bigger transmissions, fewer words. At this moment, all I want to share is the brilliance of this life as we fly around the planet, look down at this beautiful jewel we call Earth, and all the amazing creatures here. And then there's the ones that we don't see yet, but you can feel them as we welcome back in to our awareness. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, the fairies, the little beings that are around us every day, that they try to take away by calling it a fantasy, when in fact it's very real, and you can feel it. And there's so many levels of experiences. Of joy, of excitement, as these beautiful interactions continue. And I'm really hoping you can hear above that very loud weed whacker that's not too far away from us at the moment. There's so much I want to share. It's so interesting. There's just so much I want to share. But I just want to send it to you in a package a big package with a big ribbon on it, and you can open it if and when you feel like it. And for each and every one of you, it will be totally different, because it's going to be something that will touch you and touch you in your own experience of life. That's the brilliance of being alive, and the brilliance of the uniqueness of each and every one of us. Because we can talk and we can share and we can interact. And it's fun. And all these sparks fly. And there's always this experience that, or I have this knowing every once in a while. You're not really aware of it when you're in the midst of it. You're just enjoying the magical interactions. But there's been moments when I realize, that everyone's experience is absolutely unique in the midst of the shared joys and moments of fun. It's kind of amazing to me how that works, because we seem to come here with the sense that everyone is experiencing life just like we are. It's this assumption. I've noticed myself do it many times. And all of a sudden something will, strike you, or someone will say something or bring to your awareness that, oh, that's not this other person's experience at all. It's completely different. But you're sharing in this one moment and seemingly same experience. But it's always unique for each person. And I think it's brilliant how that works. It brings this, it's like music. It's like this symphony that's being created, not through any way that we know down here. It's another kind of symphony where the different notes all come together in absolute perfection, and never the same twice, as we interact, as our fields cross, as we experience the sparkles and the sparks that fly. It's a brilliant symphony. I want to say created by the Creator, but it feels like it's even beyond that. It's something that we're all a part of. And the reason this is hard to put into words is because it's so not of the brain. These things that I speak of are way beyond that. The brain is just too slow and limited. Because when you get into this place of expanded awareness that just keeps going, it's awareness. It's the magic of how things pop in, whether it's through something you see, a sound you hear. And I'm not talking about just here on the physical. I'm talking about things that you can see and hear that are way beyond the physical. It's just so brilliant. I don't know how else to describe it. We were talking the other day about watching schools of fish move in the ocean. And it's rather mind-blowing because they're all so close together and yet they never run into one another. And they move and their bodies move and their scales shimmer. But it's like this dance. And if you think about it, it's kind of impossible to choreograph anything like that. It would be way too limited, too slow, impossible. Because it's not done that way. It's something way beyond. And then you see it in the birds, these amazing birds that fly in these huge numbers and move, and you see them up in the sky. It's just mind-blowing because you don't understand. Your brain wants to understand. It wants to understand so many things. Sorry, brain. This life is for us to experience, to feel, to enjoy, to share. This experience I just had at work the other night, it's been wanting to be shared. I will share this with you because of the magic of it. I hope I can. I've been here at this particular job for over 3 years now, but it started way before the job when I came here from San Francisco, Bay Area, for what I thought was a visit and never left. And just like magic, I just kept following my signal, which I've always done, even though I never had a name for it. But I would get an impulse to do this and to do that. Well, years later, I'm working in this place where all of those things that I had impulse to do, to see, to explore were perfect for where I am now. And I can share all of these gifts with everyone that I encounter. And something happened. It feels like something happened over the last couple of days. I know we had this really amazing moon thing happen, the flowering blood moon with a full lunar eclipse. But there was something that happened. I commented. I found myself saying to many people that I would point it out to, that I feel there's a change. There's a really great change happening. No details, because I don't even know what exactly this change is, but I could feel it. And all these things happened on this day. That were just mind-blowing. Because the action, everything was random. It was not, one of the things I love about my job, I'm not stuck in one place doing one thing. I'm all over the place, literally. As the house car driver, there can be hours that go by before I even have a ride if anyone wants to go to dinner. And this particular day, just at random, a couple was coming for dinner early. It was still light out. And it's a bit of a walk from the front drive to the restaurant that's right over the beach. And if you're new to the property, it can be a bit, and we had a couple of new people that were trying to describe how to get there, but they were so new, it was a little confusing. So I just hopped in and offered to walk these people, escort them down. And we're standing there, I'm about to leave them, and we're just talking about things. And someone walks up out of the blue and is so excited to see me, and I honestly don't know who he is, but he says my name, and he starts talking about all these things, and he catches himself. He was quite flamboyant just because he sees I'm talking to some other people. And then another person who I have not seen in several years from here also started walking in our direction, and he heard my name spoken by this other gentleman, and he said, Genya? So there were lots of hugs and lots of happiness and lots of excitement. And of course, the couple that I've escorted down is thinking, wow, you're popular. You're everyone, you know everybody here. But isn't it funny how those moments happen? Anyway, so many hours later, there's a special guest at the hotel. He happens to be, they described him as the world-renowned concierge at the Rosewood in Hong Kong. And I had to take him to dinner this evening. And we had so much fun when he and his friend got in the car. And a couple of hours later, I go to pick them up. And one gets in the car and says, oh, I hope it's okay. We're bringing a friend. And I'm, of course. Well, the man that proceeded to get into the car was the same man that saw me at the hotel several hours earlier, that was so happy to see me and couldn't wait to share this story with me about a mutual friend. So off he goes. He's so excited. He gives me this big hug, and off he goes with all the details of the story. So here's this VIP guest concierge experiencing this bubbling, brimming over with excitement interaction. And he was blown away. The other two guys in the car were absolutely blown away. I can't even explain it other than it was brilliant. And it was perfect timing. And it was so much fun. And all you could feel was love and laughter and connection and excitement and sparkles flying. And I mean, what more can you ask for? It's brilliant. Just when interactions happen in the perfection that they do. And it's the feelings, and they're contagious, and they spread, and they're felt everywhere, not just in that car. I know these interactions that are so full of magic and wonder and awe. It's like a ripple in a pond. It's like it just goes out and out and out. And this is, I believe, what's just happened in the last few days, is this life here has just been elevated 1,000-fold, and it's continuing. It's just the beginning of yet another acceleration of the magic of life. Oh, and once again, for any of you watching this that haven't yet seen yesterday's Simeon broadcast, I just cannot express enough how amazing it was. It is with me. It will always be with me. When I really fly into through it's like I can see it. It's like this stream of sparkles, and it's like you step into it when you choose, and you're off, and it's brilliant, and it doesn't stop, and you tingle all over, and you just want to. I threw my arms up several times in pure joy and excitement, and and celebration of this beautiful time, of this beautiful place on earth, this beautiful no place that's everywhere. It's all amazing. It keeps getting more so every day. And I welcome you to play, to romp, to run through the daisies, to dive off the highest diving board into nowhere. As all of this lifts you like the wind beneath your wings, as you fly. Thank you for joining me, us here today on this beautiful day. May it be brilliant wherever, whenever you are, now and forever. As I send each and every one of you a perfect life, perfect health, and a brilliant, magic future. Thank you.